Hello, my Hello, my fellow P-pop fans. This is Charles Sabres, and for today's video, I'll be having some arguments about these P-pop opinions that I've been read on Twitter. Nakita ko yung gatong thread na place your P-pop opinions in quote tweets or in replies, and actually this tweet was like months ago. Naabutan pa siya nung dati kong Twitter, which nasuspend right now. Hindi ko pa magagamit hanggang ngayon. Pero if you're asking me kung bakit may ganito cellphone ba, actually, if you flip it back, it's actually broken. For the sake of being professional YouTuber, I'm doing this kind of thing kahit wala namang nakagantong recording sound sa screen ko, pero you get the gist. So I'll be roasting some of those P-pop opinions. Bunti ko na sabihin K-pop, but like, yeah, K-pop's the norm. So let's talk about the P-pop opinions that you've been thrown, you've been spilled on Twitter. So let's see if I can agree on some or I can fight you. So let's get it. And now to our first P-pop opinion is, to the companies, please let your artists have freedom. Mas ma-appreciate ng fans kung hindi manufactured ang idols. Well, you know, nakagawian natin with the K-pop community na lagi silang nababantayan ng kanilang management. Pero there's some instances din na P-pop na binabantayan din sa ng management. But most of the time, hindi naman sila na restrict. First of all, will be drinking, having a relationship, except for MNL48 because they following AKB48's rules. And like basically everything, meeting with their private friends, and luckily hindi naman sila na i-invade ng mga fans na to. I hope na maging open sila with the feelings of their idols, kung gusto ba nila na maging communicable pa din sila with their private people, with their family, and give them a break because they needed it. Like, just let them have freedom. I think that will be good look with the management, the idol, and the fans. So yeah, masyado kayong perfectionist mga Pinoy. You're like my mom. Gina G kayo if the idol groups made flaws or if they don't fit your standards. Accept the debuts and welcome improvements. They'll bloom sooner or later. Facts, bitch. Facts. Like P-pop, yes, let's say it, they've been following K-pop training system for some managements, like the SB Talent Gap and the ABS-CBN management, Viva and HHE. They do trainings din naman, pero on a different approach, which gusto ko kasi yung mga grupo na honestly may individuality. Ayoko nung parang low-key, isa-isa, parang they move as one. Like, hindi naman na makikita yung yung kung anong boundaries ng isang performer when it comes to performing. So, gusto ko yung may individuality sila. Kahit hindi sila sabay-sabay, it's okay. They can improve time by time as the fans watch them. So, I don't know why these people treat P-pop like freaking K-pop. Like, this not it. That doesn't sit right with me. Next is, Viva is the worst when it comes to managing groups. I have seen them handle groups back in the 2000s and none of them is super hit mainstream. If group hit mainstream, it is because we either mock the group or there's a breakout member and that they end up super pushing. True. Like, ang daming na-produce na ng Viva groups. I've been part of it. Like, nakita ko yung mga pinagkagawa nilang groups and they just put them into their dungeon. Like, YG Girl. Pero, alam mo yun, like, ang daming may potential sa Viva, ang daming magaganda yung vocals, ang daming grabe, sobrang all-rounders. Pero, freaking hell, they mismanaged them to the point that they're not been really known in the public. If they've been known, for example, the OG pop girls, it's just them having, cringy songs na parang meme material, or di kaya na minabak na sila ng public. Like, why? Why? Like, they've done right with Alamat, and I hope they do right with Litz, because they've been trained on G-Force with Miss Humbame herself, Giselle. Dapat si ang dami na nang yun nangyari sa Alamat, hindi nila napag-usapan to na maayos, I guess, and parang nagkakaroon na shady things about between the Alamat management, Viva, and this ex-member called. So yeah, I hope Viva can improve with their management, and I see naman that they've been promoting their groups in different kind of shows, not just small shows, because P-pop generation isn't it, like P-pop generation, kung hindi nila mapopromote sila on national TV, like they have the budget for it, why settle mall shows? Ang daming naghahanap ng magandang music today, and Viva have it, but the mismanagement, just the mismanagement. Next will be all fandoms are dedicated, all groups are talented, managements, well, yeah, that's the same as Viva. HHE, ano na? It's been a year since hindi nag-release ng any singles or seventh single, yung MNF48, like, bitch, ano na. But I understand the situation because it's like pandemic, and most of these members are, minors, and minors have their, parang curfews with the health safety protocols here in Metro Manila, so hindi sila gaanong nakakapag-train, I guess, na maayos. They just do live shows. I thought they're freaking gamers. So, yeah, I can't wait for the seventh single, because I heard that it's No Way Man, which I have mixed feelings all about that song. And next will be The Light Sounds Like a Bass Booted Trap remix, and it doesn't sound good. The lyrics are good, but the backing is just not it. Like, ako din, I have the same feeling that sa The Light. Nung nirelease to, like, in my birth month, they debuted in my birth month. So, yeah, I have mixed feelings with The Light. Like, yeah, it will be a potential NCT song with how messy the music engineering this song goes, and maganda naman yung lyrics eh. But the part na catchy lang dun is yung this sa part na ganito. And yun lang. Yung the rest is like, okay, that's it. MNL is a standard for MVs and vocals. BGYO is a standard for visuals and choreography. BINI is a standard for synchronization. PHP is underrated. Sistema ng Alamat at pinakamagulo. SP19 visuals are much better without makeup. Currently, wala pa napapave na way for P-pop idols. Yes, that's right. MNL48, after a long time of mocking them, actually, some normies are understanding them finally, pero hindi pa ganun ka fully accepted as a OPM or P-pop idols. SB19, they also being popular now with how they release their singles. Mapa, Bazinga, those are good songs. Pero, I mean, BINI and BGYO is still not widely known yet. So, let's face it, hindi gaano kakilala ang dalawang ABS-CBN groups to with the public unless they are being exposed sa ASAP. You can't even blame the public kasi, first of all, wala silang interest. Like, they still been stuck in, some XB songs or Moira de la Torre songs, basta yung mga pangmasa. And another thing, wala pang P-pop song na tumatak talaga sa masa. Next is the XOXO deserves attention. So, XOXO should have been the Mamamoo of P-pop. I've said it. No any explanations needed because they should have been the mamamoo of P-pop, yet GMA mismanaged them too. Alamat is not a Filipino representation you think it is. Some don't get me wrong, I love Alamat, but some of y'all think it's the totality of Filipino representation, at least in the cultural context. Hindi sasapat sa bihis at sa paggamit ng baybayin at ibang PH languages ang representasyon para sa national costume ni Catriona. But there's someone who replied here na I think sumagot na ng tanong na to na may point ka, masyadong gamit yung Filipino representation ko, no, pero hindi sa overall concept. Example, the different hair colors na parang binibentang sisiw sa festahan, pero maganda song sa talented ng boys. Well, I have some to say about Alamat's debut na nagkaroon sila ng different hair colors and they didn't even have to show their original self. Wag sila masyadong maging modern with the Filipino representation kasi andun na yung Filipino representation. Like, kontento na ako with the Filipino representation that I've been displaying to the public. Pero, let's say, hair colors that doesn't even suit the boys' skin color is not it. They look pale, they look like dead people. So, yeah, Viva, do something. Like, porque MV and their looks is their step forward. Like, kay Tomas, bumagay naman sa kanya kay papano yung kulay ng buhok niya. MNO48 is a standard for music videos. We have the best and worst music videos. Yes, spill the tea. We have MNO48 ay Takata being the worst music video and Palusot Ko maybe being the best MV. Like, I think I don't even have to explain this. You have to watch their MVs. Once, as said, P-pop groups gets associated with something like Viva or Star Magic, you know it's over for them. Yes, girl. Pero I think Alamat being longest stayed group in the Viva P-pop group map says it all because P-pop is emerging and ang dami ng groups na minahal lahat. Alamat is one of them and they stayed for longer and their actually debut anniversary will be in 2 months. I hope they there for like 1 year, 2 years or 3 years will be legendary for Viva. Next will be, I actually think James Reid and Careless Music would produce a solid P-pop group if they wanted to. They have a good musical and creative vision and a budget to support that. Well, I can see Careless Music produce a P-pop group that is Careless Music style. Like, imagine a P-pop group na nagproduce na sound like an indie music. I think that will be a cold concept, cold genre, kung ano mang imagery concept ay bibigay nila sa group na to. I just hope that Careless Music should do it. Kasi may potential sila to produce a P-pop group because they have the budget. James Reid had the budget. Like, come on now. Next will be, MNO48 has a strong appeal on gay community and should cater them more. They are the only P-pop group that have that pull on straight men, women, and non-binaries. Their management is just so stupid to capitalize it. Well, mga bakla sa kanto-kanto, kumakanta ng Pag-ibig Fortune Cookie. I was like, okay, keep going. I love that. I'm done with HHE promoting their main singles like those badass AKB48 music. Like, we want something like, you know, the pabebe concepts again because, again, the gays are loving it. You should capitalize that even more. Now, the next will be, most of the P-pop stans are house of foreign validation. Like, these foreign reaction videos or reaction channels are always been been reacting to P-pop and they become a fan of it. Or there are some talaga na parang they just want views. They just want the coins, the cash that P-pop will give them when they react to their videos. Next will be, everyone should stop saying na kulang sa training alamat and to make them train for more years, because they are still training and improving every day, and they are not following the Korean training system, unlike SB19. I said it earlier, you don't have to see a synchronized group, because for me, it's very satisfying to see a group being improving day by day. Ang sabihin, di ba, na time by time, every comeback, nag-i-improve sila. So I guess that will be all for my video today. Let me get you back to camera recording Joyce. And that is it today for the video, guys. If you have another P-pop opinions that you want to share, comment down below and subscribe na din kayo para nice. So yeah, thank you very much, guys, for watching. JayAvra00 on Instagram. I don't have Twitter because they're suspended, and also I'm using my private Twitter for now, but hindi ako masyado nag-open sa Twitter because Stan Twitter is being toxic these days. So bye.